Viewers, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has embarked on a significant 6-day, 5-nation tour to the UAE, Netherlands, Sweden, Norway and Italy to strengthen strategic partnership. Now, after conducting his UAE trip today, Prime Minister is en route to Netherlands for an official state visit. The Netherlands is the first leg of Prime Minister's visit to Europe, and he will also visit Sweden, Norway and Italy. Trade and investments, technology and innovation and climate change will be on the agenda when Prime Minister Narendra Modi meets Dutch Prime Minister. Here's an exclusive conversation with former ambassador to Netherlands. Listen in.
Prime Minister Modi last visited Netherlands 9 years back when I was ambassador there. I had just taken charge as ambassador and within few weeks he came. It was a highly successful visit which set India-Netherlands relations on a higher trajectory. At that time, the focus was on agriculture and water management, but now the relationship is poised to move to a higher plane of relationship in technology. We have to remember that the Netherlands is a world leader in terms of water management. Even the US and other developed countries turn to Netherlands when it comes to questions of climate change, long-term water resilience. India has huge challenges in this field. We are also trying to clean up the Ganga River. For all of this, Dutch help and support would be hugely useful to us.
Also, the FTA has just been agreed upon. So this should help ties, trade and commerce between the two countries. The FTA itself should help bilateral economic ties between Holland and India.
Absolutely. Holland is a traditional trading power. They call themselves a country of traders. So the FTA will open up new avenues for trade between our countries. Today, the trade amounts are still relatively small, but Rotterdam is the biggest port in Europe. It's the gateway into Europe. Similarly, in the field of technology, Eindhoven is an area they call the brain port. Schiphol Airport in Amsterdam is one of the leading airports of Europe. All these provide us with great connectivity into Europe, and similarly with India and its huge market as well as tremendous industrial capabilities as well as agricultural capabilities, I would say, there is great scope for expansion of trade. Netherlands is also already an important source of investments into India, and a large number of Indian companies already have their home in Netherlands. Let's hope that the mutual investments can also leap manyfold thanks to the start given by this visit.
We also spoke with Ambassador of Italy to India and Ambassador of Norway to India ahead of Prime Minister's visit. Listening to that exclusive conversation.
Ambassador Antonio Bartoli, it's a pleasure to have you. And it's such an appropriate time because in a short while, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Italy. And this is the big visit. This is the moment we have all been waiting for. Tell me, what is expected? This is such an important moment.
You know, I think it's the 7th time they meet since the beginning of May-Elin government. So there is an intense dialogue and a strong chemistry between the leaders. Of course, this is very important in contemporary politics, but is even more important because this corresponds to a lot of similarities and convergences between the two countries. But there are some priority sectors. Of course, economy is one of them, commerce and economy and investment. So there is the intention of enhancing the target of the trade volume. Is something that is business, but is also mutual trust. So it's inherently political. We are focusing a lot on innovation because we think that we have incredible resources. Of course, there is a difference of scale, and talent and know-how in research, in manufacturing, so how to then transform a prototype in a product. And you have, of course, big scale, engineers, capitals. And so our idea is to create an innovation center here in India to foster this dialogue between startups, between established companies, and between universities and research centers. And then, of course, there is IMEC, because yes, it's a vision. Yes, it will not be tomorrow. Yes, there is a conflict in the Middle East, but this conflict also demonstrates that there is a need for that, because there is a need for alternative routes, which are not alternative, additional routes, let's say. Hormuz taught us the lesson, and so we will try to pave the way for this important endeavor. And then, of course, culture, because we have to enhance the level of visibility of my country here and India in Italy.
With me, I have Norwegian Ambassador May-Elin Stener. Welcome. Ambassador, this is a big moment. This is the first time in 43 years you will have an Indian Prime Minister in your country. Big moment.
Very big moment for Norway, and thank you for having me, by the way. 43 years since last time an Indian Prime Minister visited Norway. We are greatly looking forward to having Prime Minister Modi in Norway.
There is a lot that two countries have in common, especially as far as the green initiatives are concerned. You know how the two sides can cooperate.
Well, there are a lot of things that we will discuss during the bilateral visit of Prime Minister Modi to Norway, because, as you rightly say, there is a lot of things that are on the plate for us. India is the most populous country in the world. It's a big country. Norway has a much smaller population. So we are also looking at those areas where can we cooperate, and where is it interesting for India to cooperate with us. And we have been traditionally an energy superpower. We have also been a big maritime power for the last 100 years. So we want to use this experience to develop greener solutions. This is something that has been interesting for India also, with the goals that India have also for net zero by 27, which we very much want to be part of that journey as Norway. And we are developing, and we have been developing, good solutions, good tech solutions for green energy, for green solutions in the maritime space that we have cooperation with India on, and we are looking to have more cooperation on in those areas.
Also, ma'am, the issue of energy. You're an energy superpower. This is a time when India may need more energy, whether it's natural gas, whether it's crude oil. Is there something that both countries can look forward to?
Well, Norway's biggest energy company, Equinor, they are already exporting LPG to India. So that is already coming in. They are not having any long-term contract with India as of yet. They would very much like to do that. And also generally on the energy, in the energy space, there are we are looking